Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for speaking a little. It helps me connect to your energy field. Oh, for the moment, you have a stronger action side. I'm seeing more flow on the right side of your aura around your right foot. You're acting according to what you know from the past in a real strong way. I would like you for the moment to back up in your energy and let in new insights on your current moment in life. It's a new moment and there's new information. Your current moment is asking from you new things. The current moment in life is asking you new things, like to come from a heart space you've not been in yet, a true response to a new set of circumstances. Yeah. I'm betting your new set of circumstances, the current ones, it might be activating you a bit where you're going to use old tricks because it feels good. You don't know what else to do. You're like sort of anxious. So what's going on that's brand new in your life right now that's creating anxious energy?
That's a good question. I mean, change is always, right? But life is full of that.
Right.
So nothing particularly different, routine change, but I have always tended to opt to go the route of more masculine energy. And I think I'm trying to consciously step into a more feminine energy, but I'm having a little difficulty crossing into that.
So sometimes
Become like a self-deck mechanism.
Right. Yeah, so I'm aware of this body of awareness, these books and teachers speak to how women maybe are currently overusing their masculine side and they need to relax into their feminine side. Sometimes a woman that protects herself, it plays a lot of male energy and then attracts a man that can't really hold a partnership.
Yes.
There you go. So kind of got you in that. So that's a learned pattern. It's probably a longer term pattern. You're used to acting on your male side to feel better and safe from a certain strategy. What in early life taught you to do that? Kind of, was it trauma? Was it disheartening moment with a man? Was it your dad? What was that?
I think it may have been a combination of not having a strong fatherly figure around, and then probably got even stronger when my mother left when I was 6 years old. Not because she wanted to, she needed to. But as a child, I guess you don't understand that. You're too baby and and then you harden. And then you protect yourself.
Of course.
So yeah.
That's totally understandable. So the what does it take to move into your feminine side and use that and not, more often to grow into that? What does it take?
Not needing to have the answers for everything, not needing to be the one to solve everything, not needing for everything to be perfect. I guess in my own way to protect myself, I've tricked myself into believing that I can create a perfect world, even though that's an absurd thought pattern, but it does take over.
Right. You're just explained the dilemma of being a man perfectly. I'm thinking me everything I can to not mansplain tonight.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you have the same issue.
I live it daily. Like, I totally get it.
To not need to figure out life and to let things happen and stay yin is a very spiritual way as well. It's
very
very,
cathartic.
yeah, it's non-structured being. It's being in the natural way of in being that light, that brightness.
Yeah.
So you know what to watch for and try to have less interest in all of these traits, are your male side. So you know something about that. I think it's also, I see all these strings in your energy. So you step over boundaries and you get tangled in people's lives. Your chakras are tied up with strings. So that male part of you kind of does a little too much out there with others. So one pointer, one nudge could be trust other people's dance with the universe. They have a sacred challenge to go through. They need their experiences in their life. They need to fall, stumble, suffer, and you're doing too much. So the energy between the heart and the power center are tangled as a result. So, and your heart energy actually under tangle is a bit sized. It's big. It's a big heart chakra. So you're wrestling with your feminine. So there's like this oversized heart chakra wrapped up in rope, in string. And then there's no dialogue between the power center and the heart chakra. You need to ask yourself new questions about what to do with your heart space. I think the heart space you have is super sensitivity. I think you're so damn sensitive that you draw on male energies to the extra degree as extra protection. You're like, everything feels so raw to you. Everything. You're just picking up at everything.
Too much.
Too much. So what I try and do is when I'm feeling those raw parts of me, I think about the agitation or the anger or the outrage I have, and I think about how can I move this to courage? So whatever is sensitive, whatever is big natured in you, ask yourself how to move that energy, that disturbed energy, into courage. That would be moving into including your power center and how you negotiate yourself with the world. Because you have a power center right at the solar plexus. And that's going to help you grow out of super sensitivity. Think about the stronger the lower chakras start getting, in your case, the more stable you'll be emotionally. So you'll be able to have big emotion, but it just moves through. You're stable. Just let it be and let your system teach you how to be natural to your profound feelings. To just let them happen. Mm-hmm. Is it okay to let big feelings happen? Yeah. Is it a challenge? Is it a challenge to let big feelings happen sometimes? Just let them flow.
So I do, but I think to your point and what you said, I feel so raw and I feel so much that it creates an erratic moment, and then I don't look like that person anymore that was so collected and so in control of the situation. I have two very contrasting sides
Mhm.
when I'm feeling that deeply.
Okay. Something's popping out around the energy pattern around your head. It's got a real tight quality to it. Trying to do too much in a day. It's like you have no bandwidth on most days.
Yeah. That word actually came up at work on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel I have the bandwidth. And then I drop as a self-protect mode, I drop out of situations where I should have been.
Yeah, right. So you want to save your focus for the more purposeful dimensions of life. You don't want to just,
Even if that means to myself and recharge, because I probably overcommit myself too much. And then when I can't, I completely shut down and I need to self-heal.
okay. So big heart chakra means the other energy centers get smaller and less utilized. When I tell someone they have a big heart chakra, I think in common culture, we think, oh, how amazing. That's so great. She has a big heart. And that's the kind of person you really want around. And the full picture is, if the heart is really exercised with strength, the lower chakras might be less, and that creates less stability. So I get a sense that for you, you may need to replace like passionate thinking, trying to care about everybody and everything, replace that with a sense of alignment as being your gift to everyone, a balanced self. That's more important than caring about everything out there.
Yeah.
So think about a balanced self as having an alignment where every chakra is sort of accessed to the day at different times. You have a natural sense, when it's time to do taxes, you use intellect. When it's time to do family, you use emotion. When it's time to do planning, you use mind. You're able to move around in your chakras in different contexts, and everyone works their way. So that's the ideal. Let's see. I'm gonna hang out with your root chakra for a second. The top of your root chakra is hardened, and the lower half of your root chakra is a bit mushy. There's a polarity in your root chakra. Okay, so in order to succeed